Okay, guys, the other day I did show you a couple of things I got from the coin show, the two Queen's Beasts. I'm excited to have those, but there is one more thing that I picked up. Of course, I'm always looking for some constitutional, and this time was no exception. I was able to find myself a bag of Walking Liberty half dollars. Now, I haven't actually opened these yet. I trust that they were counted correctly because it's supposed to be 50 face, which means there should be 100 here. So we're going to dump this bag out. And we're going to go through these and see if there's any earlier dates or anything like that. Just maybe we'll get lucky. So we're basically going to hunt a bag of walkers. We're going to get these things stacked up. And we'll put them in stacks of 10 as we're going through them. The reason I want to do it that way is to make sure I did get my 100 here. So I do got the card. If there's any issues, I'm sure I can give him a call and he'll take care of it. But, you know, it had 50 face written on there. It looks about to be that much just by the weight and just the amount of coins that were in the bag. But, you know, if it's short one, that would be unfortunate. We'll see what we got here. We're going to go through it and see if we have anything nice and decent. You know, everything's supposed to be pretty decent condition-wise. Hopefully we won't get anything too worn. Although I do see a couple of pretty worn ones here. The majority of them look pretty decent. All right, so we do got ourselves 5 piles of different sizes here. And we're just going to go through these and see if we find anything. And I'll be eyeballing the condition as well. If we need to pull up the scope to look at something really nice, I will. The first one we have here is 46. Now this one actually is a pretty decent condition. Walking Liberty half dollar. There's just some wear going down the front of it here. But outside of that, I mean, it's about a VF condition walker, which isn't too bad. This one here is a 1943, and that one is definitely more heavily circulated. We have a 1939. Another 1939. These are all pretty heavy circulation. 1942. And none of these are actually worn or, you know, really flattened out completely. They're just, you know, normal heavy circulation, you know, that's below like a VF. So anything that's like fine or very good. This 43 here, this one here is around a fine. This one here is a 1944. This one's about a very fine as well. That's not too bad. We'll throw that one aside just because it's a little bit nicer. We got a 1942 here. Now this one is really shiny, but it looks like it's probably been dipped or cleaned at some point. So we don't really want to deal with that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, this is a 1943 and a 1944. All right, so there's our first pile of 10. We're just going to put that to the side here. We got a 1940. This is a 1936 that also looks like it's been cleaned, but detail-wise, this is like an XF. You got a little bit of flatness on the breast right here, which is typical with an XF, a little bit of flatness along the leg, but complete detail in the feathers and things like that. It is unfortunate that this one is cleaned. We're going to put that aside just because of the detail, but with it being cleaned, it's really not worth anything more than just your typical, you know, circulated Walking Liberty. Here we got a 1945 with decent circulation. We got a 1937, 1938, 1944. That's an S. Got a 1942. This one here was a 1943. These are all P's so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got a 1940 or 34, decent circulation. 1944 and a 1938. So there's our second pile of 10. Get another stack here in my hand and just keep on going. So here we go. We got 1942, 1941, 1943, 1936. I haven't even looked at the mint mark on these because they're just circulated to the point. I'm really not worried about the mint marks, honestly, with these common dates. If it's earlier, like if it's in the 20s or maybe the early 30s, we might take a look at the mint mark. But there's 5. This is a 1943, 44. We got 43. 47, and no, that's a fine plus VF, and a 1944, and I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 3 stacks of 10. So far it's looking pretty good as far as getting the amount of coins that we were told we would get. We got 1941, 44, 43, 37, 45, 35, 44, 41, 40, and 1935. And this one's pretty worn flat, but you can still read the date. So that's all right. So that is another stack of 10. All right, here we go. We got a 44. Now this one is circulated and has been cleaned. That's a 42, 43, 45, 1940, 42, 43, This one here is a 41. You can barely read the date. 41, 43, and 42. That should be 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's 50 right there. All right, we're going to add some more to these. All right, now this one here, this one I'm not really happy about. We will definitely not be giving this one out on a stream or anything. This one is so worn flat that you can't read the date. However, it is either a 16 or a 17 because I just noticed the mint mark is on the obverse of the coin. Let me show you that under the scope. Okay, so here we are under the coin scope. Now, the reason that I know this is either a 16 or a 17 is because those are the only 2 years where the mint mark was on the obverse of the coin. In 16, they all were. In 1917, about half of them, that's the year that they switched over. Now, if we look really closely right here, it does look like that is a 6. Now, I can't confirm that. I can't even say for sure. But this could very well be a 1916S. Now, in this shape, am I really worried about it? No, I'm not. It's just, it's too worn. But it is cool that we did find something, you know, so old in this little pile that we got. All right, so for the rest of the video, we'll just go ahead and keep the scope up. We're going to put that over there. So now we got a 1944, 1944, 44, 45, 44, 44. This is a 1944, but in decent. It's like a VF. I mean, that's not too bad. We'll put that aside. We got a 1939. Oh, look at that. Someone just scraped the back out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we got 45, 1941, and a 1941. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alrighty, let's keep going. So here we go. We got a 1945, 1920. Now, if that were a 21, even in this shape, I would probably do something with it. In this condition, I'm not worried about it. You can see there's the 20 right there under the scope there in the corner. Here we go with a 1947. This one's about a VF. That's not too bad. We're going to put that aside in the decent pile. We got a 42. Here we go with another 1920. This one is cleaned and heavily worn, but it's still, that's kind of cool. Here we go with a 1945. That one's about a VF as well, but it does have a couple of dings on the rim. We'll go ahead and pass on that one for now. 40, 41, so that should be 5. We got 43, 41, 40, 45, and 1942. And this one here, yeah, it's circulated enough. So there we go. We got, so that's 70 in those piles right there. We have a few here. We have a few over there under the scope. Here we go, 1917. That, you know, it's about a VG. So we'll keep this one aside. There it is under the scope in the bottom corner. You can see there. It's still got the full rim going around the outside, at least on the obverse. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute. So we got a 43, a 39, 42, 37, 46, 46, 44, 42. And here is another one of those 1920s that is so heavily circulated that you can barely read the date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oops. And then here we go with a 1947 and another 1942. So that's should be 10. That's 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full piles here. All right, let's see what we got. So this is our last little pile we have to look at. So here we go with another 1917. Very cool. It's super circulated, but it is a 1917. We got a 45, 42, 41, 44, 46. We got a 44, 42, 43, and a 45. So that right there, this is 89. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 89. And then what we have here, we're going to take a look at these a little bit closer. So that's 17. Here's the 1920. That one's just so circulated. We're going to call that coin number 20. Now, I do want to keep this 17. It's not near circulated as this one. So we're going to put that in the next pile. Then we have a 1920. That one's too far gone at 1920. Now we know this is a 19, I believe a 16S. It is really circulated, but I don't know if I want to do something with it or not. So in this last pile, these we're just going to throw into the bag. I don't want to put this in the bag. It's just too circulated. I don't know what I'll do with that. I mean, maybe we could do something about it, but not about it being so circulated, but you get the idea. So here we have this 47 is about a VF. This 44 is about a VF. This 36 here, even though it's really nice condition, it's just been cleaned. We're going to put that over there and just keep that into the pile. We got a decent 44 here that's about a VF. And this 46 here is like an XF. Like that's a really nice 46. All right, so there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we do have 100 Walking Liberty $half like we were told we would have. I'm a little disappointed about this one and a couple of these 20s just because they're so heavily circulated. You can barely read the dates on these 20s here. I'm not going to put those in the bag either. So everything here is going to go into the bags. Well, maybe not that one. So everything here is going to go into the $half bags. These I won't. They're just too heavily circulated. I doubt he's going to do anything about that if I were to give that guy a call because, you know, I have the 100. That's what was promised. You know, we have a couple of 44s, a 47 at VF. We have the 1946 at XF. This 46 is a P. And then we have what I believe is the 1916S, which is really cool. Although super heavily circulated, and then a 1917P. So that's what we have going through our bag of Walking Liberty $half, guys. I hope you enjoyed the hunt. It was a lot of fun. Didn't really find anything too outstanding. I mean, a 16S, but you get the idea. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this awesome $half hunt where we searched through 100 Walking Liberty $half. I do appreciate you being here. Up above, you can hit my picture and subscribe. I would appreciate that. And over there to the left, check out some of the other videos I left for you. We will see you in the next video.